mystery, that energy to be. Your mother believed that every human being was a valuable soul, worthy of respect and deserving of opportunities to learn, grow, and live lives that make a positive difference in what often feels like an indifferent world. And we're certainly, all of us, feeling that since January 20th. Dawn shared, Mom lived her life her way, and her way was full of strong opinions, accompanied by a strong work ethic and a strong sense of play. Reg and Ellie shared that Dee's work ethic in Avon won her several trips to Europe, proving she genuinely cared about her clients. Larry shared that when it came to being playful, she loved dancing, and she felt like the characters in the soap opera, The Young and the Restless, were really part of her family. Besides swimming, music was one of Dee's greatest passions, where since high school she and Reg connected and eventually sang together in the Songsters group, where some of you sang with her. Dee was a caretaker, and Reg, you spoke to this, joined her in this passion, ensuring that everything was fixed in all the ladies' units when he came with Ellie to visit. She was a visionary sales executive, an extravagant provider of precious, ordinary moments that you now know were sacred and extraordinary. From a very young age, Dee knew that being in water, one can begin to see the universe. And by moving through water, one can reach anyone. Anyone. Like Christ with the woman at the well, Dee understood that love was living in the water. And like Christ, who embraced the stranger, showing us how to love them and turn them in to our neighbors, Dee poured herself out with joy. Your mother, Larry and Tom, she truly embodied what being a cheerful giver means. Her moral compass was not from power, living from power because she knew that in the end, one only discovers despair living that way. But if you look around the world, or look at the place and people who are sitting by you, or standing by you in the line at the grocery store, like your mother, when you look like that, when you look through that lens, you will be able to see and touch the everyday world that is too easily dismissed as a day like any other day. And when you can see and touch the sacred ordinary, you will see largeness, generosity, hope, and change for the better. So, how can you make a difference? How can you help another? Some ways may seem very small, but let me tell you, even the small ways are very, very real, because there are truly no small moments. Now, we are aware that Dee and Stan traveled extensively for the Oregon coast, to La Jolla, to Hawaii, Spain, in the 1967 Expo in New York City, where two 11-year-old and 13-year-old boys snuck out with the other two boys, the family with them, and were later found in a five and dime store. I'm sure that went well. And they went to Las Vegas, and whatever happened there stayed in Las Vegas. Dee's soul sanctuary was being around water, surrounded by family and friends. In every neighborhood your family planted, your mother sought out ways to help, to make a difference, to bring a smile of hope or a word of encouragement, or a rummage gift, all those rummage sales they set up, to fund an effort that mattered. And every effort she put in was intentional in creating positive change. In his book, Oh, the Places You Go, Dr. Seuss wrote, "You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose." Dee steered her bright light her energy for the highest good of others, leaving a legacy more beautiful than her rock gut rhubarb wine, which she and your father were famous about. There are countless examples of how Dee poured herself out for you. A simple one being cooking the freshly, I can't remember, it started with a C. What kind of fish did you catch?
Kokanee.
Kokanee, like the beer?
Yeah, absolutely.
Salmon,
Yeah,
okay.
Landlocked salmon.
Landlocked salmon, all right. So she would cook the kokanee, freshly caught, and then accompany it with that sweet corn and butter, peppers, tomatoes, and cucumbers. I asked Larry and Dawn what made their mother angry, and Dawn said, "Oh, it was me." Still, there was that one year that both of you forgot her birthday. She never let you forget it. Never. Like RBG and like Christ, your mother spoke her truth even when her voice would shake. And we need some truth speakers. She was fearless when it came to speaking her truth and teaching you life-giving ways of spending your lives, exemplified by her presence in the church choir and making sure you boys went to Sunday school. I'm sure she did a lot of this. Getting dirt off your face. Oh, yeah. If you close your eyes, and when you close your eyes, you will see Dee's beautiful smile, framed in a turquoise blouse, and you will hear her laughter as she takes time even now to gaze into each of you, listening and absorbing your energy and delight. She was a happy, beaming spark of light. She was human sunshine. And your grandmother modeled, it is important to have someone that supports you and encourages you. Someone that makes you feel that you are unstoppable, that you can do anything in the world, and you can, because the DNA of our Creator and of your grandmother is weaved into yours. So don't save the best part of your lives for later. Turn on your heart lights and fully live now. Doesn't matter who's watching, who's laughing, but be Teflon, not Velcro. Live fully. And when you do, like your grandmother, when we do, like Dee, we all will discover that the key to a whole life is living in the moment. As moments become life-sustaining memories, reminding us of what matters the most. Days before Irma Bombeck died, someone was interviewing her and asked her, "Irma, what are you going to say to God when you see him face to face?" And she said, "I'm going to pull out the pockets of my blue jeans and say I used everything that you gave to me." As you leave this place today and continue creating your lives, I encourage you to follow the guiding ways and light of Dee. Close your eyes and listen, really listen to her saying, "Go, dare, dream, dance, sing, smile, swim, give and laugh your hearts out, and have faith that love is an unstoppable force." Folks, you don't need to do everything. Do what calls your heart. Effective action comes from love. Do what calls you. It is unstoppable when we do that, and unstoppable is enough. As Jan Arden's song, Good Mother, reminds us, I've got money in my pockets. I like the color of my hair. I've got a friend who loves me. I've got a house. I've got a car. I've got a good mother. And her voice is what keeps me here. Feet on ground, heart in hand, facing forward, being yourself. Heart in hand, feet on ground, facing forward, be yourself. Just be yourself. Just be yourself, because your mother's heart and hand is in yours. There's part of a prose that says, though a loved one may be lost, love is not, because death has no dominion. Love wins, folks. It flies like the butterfly. Love wins. Dee was a good human, a bright, intentional light who continues to live. And while she was physically here, she was more than enough. So go. Live and love like she did. Understand that you are more than enough. Go and be kind, because kindness doesn't cost us anything. And as Dr. Seuss said, today you are you that is truer than true. There is no one alive who is youer than you. And when you do, Dee will be close to you, always. May it be so. Amen. I believe we are going to watch our video tribute.